Hey, how's everybody doing out there? This is Dave Hughes with MMA Weekly. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about some other things other than just basic fighting that I usually do. I've noticed my content's become pretty stale and boring as fuck, to be honest, but here it is. We're going to go into a couple different things. The YouTubers boxing. Here's the thing I don't know about this YouTuber boxing shit. Is it legit? I've watched them all. I mean, I haven't paid for any of them. But here's the thing, alright? I watched Mayweather and Logan, and it looked like Mayweather was kind of carrying Logan, that he was, he could have actually went a little harder, I believe. Tonight, or this Sunday or some shit, Woodley and Logan, or Jake Paul are going to fight. My problem with this is, alright, I watched the Jake Askren fight. Do I think Jake caught Askren and caught him good? Yeah, I do. Do I think it was a work? Fuck yeah, I do. Do I think Askren was gonna go out like that, and Jake, I think, just caught him because Askren had no intentions on trying to bang with this kid. The thing of this is, it literally does stain the sport. And if they find out that these are all works, boxing will never, ever recover from it. And the bad part is, these are not real boxers. They're YouTube stars and MMA stars. Now, we know that MMA is my favorite sport. I wouldn't cover it if I didn't like it. But my first love before all MMA was boxing. I grew up in the Tyson years, and I was a kid during this time, and I can remember the excitement before a Tyson fight. I can remember how all that week, the buzz around the fight. Hey man, who, how long you think it's gonna last? Even it wasn't even if Tyson was gonna win. I can remember, like, when Tyson did lose to Douglas, what it felt like. I mean, it was devastating to me, and Mike Tyson doesn't give a shit whether I live or die, to be honest, probably. But, we all put ourselves, even when it comes to, any sport. I live in Pittsburgh, around Pittsburgh, PA. So, we worship the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what I mean? That's just, if you live in this area, that's what you do. You bleed black and gold. Well, when they win or lose, we feel those emotions with that. When it comes to, the Steelers, it was, I can remember times where it was 3 more yards and we went to the playoffs, and when we beat Indianapolis, like, there's things in sports where common fans don't get unless you love the sport, the team, the fighter, whatever. Now, if Woodley drops this fight, and it is a work, because from what I understand, Woodley does have a lot of people, like, in his personal stable, so to speak. Like, he pays a lot of people, pays his family. He has a lot of kids, I guess illegitimate kids is what it turns out to be. Do I think Woodley would take a fall? Now, here's the thing. Money is a big thing. Especially in these fighters' lives. Enough's never enough. Woodley was saying he wants to use this as a platform to jump into boxing. I'll put it this way. If Woodley goes out there and destroys this kid in the first round and makes him look like an amateur, and literally, just to the point where Jake doesn't even want the rematch that he's guaranteed if Woodley beats him, then yeah, I think he could springboard into a boxing career of some sort. Do I think Jake Paul's career would be over with a loss? No, I don't. I think Jake could recover from it. He's already making built-in excuses. UFC champion, things of this nature. Woodley's 39. His last 4 fights were underwhelming. I mean, Kobe Covington, he fucked his rib up. The last fight here with, I can't think of his name. But anyway, his last fight there, he was rocked. But that's the thing too, okay? Like Darren Till came out and said, if this is a work, it's going to take away from when he lost to Woodley, because he was the last guy to lose to Tyron. I don't know what the hell I got going on with this cigarette, but now granted, he lost to Tyron, the black belt in jiu-jitsu. He didn't lose to Tyron on his feet too much, but you know what I mean? You always have to watch with Tyron with that big punch. It's just what it is. But if it's not a work and it is a true fight, I believe Tyron Woodley has the absolute skills to beat Jake Paul in this fight. Last night at the press conference, somebody was fucking with Woodley's mom, and look, Mama Woodley's been a staple in the MMA community forever. When Usman beat Woodley for the title, Tyron's mom, Mama Woodley, went over and told Usman, it's your time now. Tyron's is past, it's your time now. Well, this is a good woman. This is why I'm starting to think it's a work, maybe. Maybe it does go the whole way and it's a split decision and they work it that way, where that the rematch is whatever. Because Tyron is a good businessman. He's a very intelligent man. I could see them working where it's a draw, maybe. Majority draw. Split decision. Something of this nature is how I believe this fight's going to end. I don't think we're going to see a knockout. I think we're going to see a work. I think we're going to see some acting at its best. I mean, Woodley acts in movies. We know Jake Paul has acting skills. I think they're going to work it, and it's going to be a majority draw, or one or the other is going to get the better, and it's going to be a draw or a split decision. Something. This is not going to end with somebody getting knocked the fuck out. I'm just saying, that's my opinion on it. Now, Anderson Silva, Tito Ortiz are fighting in a boxing match. Anderson has boxing skills. Tito has heavy hands, but he always relied on his wrestling through his career. I think Anderson would destroy Tito in like the normal world, man. But this is just, I mean, we're talking about a damn near 50-year-old man boxing another almost 50-year-old man. Tito and I are close to the same age. I believe Tito's 46, Anderson's like 48, 49. There's no fucking way I'm getting in there with Anderson Silva, but Tito's big thing is Anderson's making him go down to 195 pounds. A true weight class for boxing. So Tito's upset about this. Oh, Anderson has fought at 205. Buddy, that's not a real weight class in boxing. That's an MMA thing. So, you know what I mean? Why would Anderson give him the advantage when he is the bigger man? So I'm going to take, I'm taking Woodley. If these aren't works, like I said, Woodley and Silva. Now, here's the battle of the drugs, if you will. You've got Cocaine De La Hoya versus TRT Belfort. I was a huge Vitor fan, and back in the day, an even bigger De La Hoya fan. The only time I've ever rooted against De La Hoya was when he fought Hopkins, because I was more of a Bernard Hopkins fan, and by that time, I was just done with De La Hoya's rumors of what he was. A cokehead, a drug addict, a cheater. I think, man, this is rough, because I've seen Oscar now without his shirt on, and 50-year-old man ripped like that just ain't natural. So, I mean, both of them are cheating as far as roids go. It's just Belfort's, I think, a little more first on how to get fucking huge on roids. So yeah, I'm absolutely going to take Vitor in that fight. If it's not a work again, I mean, again, these could all be works. Jake Paul coming out with his list and all that. I do believe these may be a work. And it's horrible that they're sanctioned events. It's staining the sport. We would find out with Tommy Fury, I believe, if he would fight Tommy Fury. I don't think Tommy Fury would take the cut. Or he would say, yeah, I'll take your money, and then knock him out and say, ha. But it comes down to just do what you say you're going to do in this. It's a sport. You know what I mean? It's not an acting. It's not professional wrestling. It's a sport. Don't tarnish what people. You know, some people take it a little more serious. It's their life. So I mean, and somebody like Tyron that has been into combat sports and one of the best combat sport athletes of all time. You know, from wrestling in college and All-American. It's time to just quit fucking up. You know, entertainment is entertainment, but Tyson was entertaining even though he was in there for 30 seconds a fight. But I'm going to move on to one more thing before I go. The Conor McGregor rehab. Okay. Love him, hate him. I think he's a little bit fucked in the head right now. I don't know what, maybe drugs, maybe too many punches to the head. I don't know. But Conor has more personalities than any 10 people combined. I mean, it's just, wow, man. 1 minute he's Dustin's best friend, and it's looking like Dustin's gonna have him over for Thanksgiving, and the next minute they're doing their shit where it looks like they're ready to. He's saying things you just don't say. Now, that's my question here. Do you guys think in the fight game should you keep families out of your mouth, so to speak? It's you know, your wife sliding in my DMs, blah blah blah. Okay, here's the thing with your wife sliding in my DMs. She slid in your DMs to call you a piece of shit for not donating to the charity. She slid in your DMs to more or less say, what the fuck, Conor? You know, you said you were going to do something, you haven't done it, then just do it. You know, you have the money. It's not, okay, the sliding in your DMs, I get, most of the people that comment on my videos don't comment on the thing, they comment in my DMs. But here's the thing, do I think Conor's done? Yeah, I think he's done. I don't think he has it. I mean, he's better than most, but he'll never hold another title. Not a legit one anyway. Not one that was a legit fight. He can't beat Dustin Poirier. He doesn't have it anymore. Living that, you know, you gotta understand, when Conor beat Dustin, Conor was fucking fresh out of welfare, or off welfare. He was hungry. What does Conor have to be hungry about? Another Lamborghini yacht that he'll get whether he wins or fucking loses? You know, I think Conor's just done. I wish he wasn't. I love watching Conor McGregor fight. Am I a fan? Not really, but he is fun to watch fight. You know, he's a very talented individual. I think he's more done than Khabib. So I really wish that they would just change perspectives on things. Khabib come back and Conor just retire. But, you know, it is what it is now. You know, these guys are going to do what they do, and that's life. But any suggestions on videos you want me to do, I'll do. As always, God bless.